There's been a lot happening in Valorant over the past week. We had a huge throwing debacle, deathmatch got revealed, ways to unlock old battle passes, kingdom credits for free skins, and more. There's so much we gotta talk about, so make sure you check out the entire video so you don't miss out. But for everything else that's SkillCapped, tips, tricks, and guides are only a click away. Everything from core fundamentals like movement and aim to more advanced things like positioning, decision making, and more. Everything that you could possibly need to improve very quickly at Valorant is only a button away, so what are you waiting for? Check it out right now in the description down below. Now, the first bit of news that absolutely blew up was the pay to throw Discord. And the idea here is that there was a Discord that had actual bounties on many of the top streamers in the space where you got paid a certain amount of money if you got into their games, threw it on purpose so that they could just not win. And a lot of notable names on here were players like Shazam, Kaide, Daznirth, and the list goes on and on. Now, on one side of the coin, there were players like Kaide actually disheartened by this. As someone that's really trying to climb and get better, it would be pretty frustrating to have games legitimately thrown just because you're a known person. And then there are other players like Shazam that spoke openly about stream snipers all the time, and this was the vindication that they needed to just prove that they were a target on people or for people. And while this absolutely blew up with people like Jake Lucky, Tarek, and many more talking about this, it was actually a fake news story. Some huge Valorant troll actually faked the entire thing. He faked the Discord, faked the communication, and when this story leaked, it was actually just 100% manufactured, and everyone freaking believed it. Now, this is a little bit of a funny story, although kind of terrible how easy it is to fool a whole bunch of people. You gotta understand that it's really easy to change Discord messages, falsify a lot of things that you see online. Anything you see can actually be faked, so at least it warned us of that, but it was kind of troll to do this in the first place and fake this in the first place and make people like legitimately worried that this has happened. Because really in the past, in other communities, in games like Overwatch, there have been legitimate throwing Discords, and I wouldn't actually be surprised if there's a real throwing Discord that exists, but this was not it. So yeah, definitely a weird story. Now, Riot actually released a video talking about the Valorant anniversary. We just passed 3 years of Valorant, and they gave us a little sneak peek into what is coming for the next year in Valorant, and it's pretty hype. We're getting Team Deathmatch in episode 7 with all new maps centered around it, which is just more depth to the game that I feel like is really lacking in depth right now, and this is going to be a good way to warm up or just something else to play to give you a little bit of a break from comp, and it has me pretty excited. In addition to that, we actually have new agent leaks. The next agent is going to be a Sentinel, and this agent is going to be apparently able to, quote, stop you dead in your tracks and pull you in for a closer look. Now, if I were to imagine what that means, I imagine some form of crowd control, something that slows you down or even stops you, like some form of trap that you step in and it like freezes you in place. And for pull you in closer, I just think of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I don't really know, but, you know, some form of other CC that brings people in closer to you. Not entirely sure what this agent is going to be, but at the very least, crowd control is a very powerful effect, so we'll have to wait and see. In addition to that, they did give us information about the next agent after that, which is going to be a Duelist. So look out for that when you'll finally have another agent that your teammates can auto-lock and run it down and go like 3 and 16 on. So that's going to be fun. Now, a coach actually gave the best advice to his pro players ever, telling them to quote-unquote go full brain dead. Check it out here.
Oh, I don't know.
Ilya, relax, Ilya, you're in your own head. Now, I want you to stop thinking about anything.
I'm not think.
I want you to go full brain dead, Ilya. You go yourself, you frag people. That's all you need to do.
Now, as funny as this clip is, this was actually really good advice from the coach because basically the player was over-calling or over-communicating over his teammates, visibly upset and tense, and he just needed that player to relax. So he told him to play like you do in ranked, you know, go full brain dead. And I think sometimes, you know, in our own games, we get overly tense and a little bit too worked up, and it would be a good thing to remember. Sometimes, you know, relaxing, going full brain dead is actually the right thing to do. And next up, we got to talk about the hypest tournament that we have ever seen, the Ascension tournament that happens at the end of this month, leading into next month. And it's actually such a huge tournament because we all know about franchising, all the sponsors, all the money, guaranteed salaries. This is a chance where teams that qualified get to potentially win their way into the franchise league and expand the slot for every single region. This is such a huge deal because an org that is just participating in the tier 2 scene has a chance to win their way into the main league with all of those benefits, which is such a huge boon to the org, and the players are going to get huge salaries. All of a sudden, you go from being someone that is barely in the pro scene to someone that is established, and you just like win the lottery. I mean, you're basically making a ton of money. It's such a crazy opportunity, a crazy deal, and we've never seen stakes like this. Like, one champion, one winner could just decide your entire future. It's so freaking crazy, and I'm super excited. Now, Valorant players are really upset about this one thing that Riot just hasn't changed, and it's the remake system, where you need 4 votes to get a remake to happen when someone disconnects, which seems a little bit crazy because there's always that one person that just wants to troll, just wants to cancel the remake. And I think at the very minimum, it should be like 3 or 2, but realistically, it should just do it auto. Like, if you lose somebody and they don't come back, just auto remake. Why are you making a player, a team, replay the entire thing because one person wants to troll? I think this is a pretty simple fix, and it makes no sense to not do this. So yeah, I mean, maybe they want to make it so if someone's joining back, it doesn't restart the game or remake the game. So maybe have it to where there's like a time limit or something along those lines. I think that would make the most sense, but the way that it is right now makes absolutely 0 sense in my personal opinion. Now, we do got to talk about challengers. DSG, the Disguised Toast team, where he put over $500,000 into this team, actually did so bad in challengers that they got removed from challengers, and DSG dropped the roster and are leaving Valorant, at least at this point, which is just ridiculous. Not only is there a chance to rise to franchise, there's a chance to drop out of challengers. That's just crazy to me. And Yay, one of the best players in the world, Steel, another really amazing IGL in the scene. Both of these players on that team definitely are probably pretty disheartened about it. Now, last up, we do got to talk about Kingdom credits, a new way in order to unlock things from old battle passes. ValLeaks tweeted out this quote: "Kingdom credits will be introduced with episode 7. You'll be able to earn credits by playing games. Agents will be unlocked through events, starting with the next agent. They will have an event at launch where you can unlock with XP earned. Agent gear and accessories can be purchased directly with credits." Then he followed up stating this: "Kingdom points will allow you to purchase items from past battle passes like player cards, gun buddies, sprays, and titles. The shop will rotate weekly." And I do think that this is overall just a good thing that they're adding more ways for people to just play and unlock cosmetics so you don't have to buy every damn thing. But at the same time, it doesn't look like gun skins and knife skins are going to be included. So unfortunately, it's not going to be possible for you to unlock those here. But still, at least some free cosmetics is good. Although I do wish that they would adopt some form of something in the future that allows you to unlock some amount of skins with ample playtime, maybe a small amount of credits after every season. I mean, maybe I'm asking too much, but with those expensive skin prices, just toss us a bone. Come on, Riot, toss us a damn bone. Now, all in all, there was a lot of things we had to cover in this video, but let me know what was the most interesting story and what do you want to see in Valorant next. Let me know in the comments down below, and check out SkillCapped for everything that you could possibly need to improve at a super dramatic pace. Plus, we have our private coaching on our Discord that people have been improving with so freaking fast, so check it out right now in the description down below.